Hello, and good evening on this very pleasant Thursday afternoon in Gotham City. Gotham City, you say? Why would I say that? Well, New York Comic Con is approaching. Not sure of the dates, but I know it's coming up in a couple of months. I was actually going to save this till Comic Con week, but I'm really bored today. And nothing grabbed my eye online today to bitch and moan about or anything. So, I'm kind of going to do my first Comic Con argument. Debate, I should say. The best movie, Batman. So, first I'm just going to list them in chronological order. Of course, you had Batman the movie, 1966, Adam West. Batman 89, Michael Keaton. Batman Forever, Val Kilmer. Batman and Robin, George Clooney. Then a long layoff. You have the Dark Knight trilogy with Christian Bale. And currently we have Robert Pattinson as the Batman. So, who's your Batman? I don't know, because you can't tell me. Yeah, that's later. Mine, without a shadow of a doubt, is Christian Bale. Now, I know all the Keaton fans are going to jump down my throat and the whole 9 yards. Look, I grew up with Batman 89, okay? I saw that movie in the theater as a fat kid more than I've seen any movie in the theater, and it's not even close. Now here's the thing. Michael Keaton, phenomenal Batman. Phenomenal Batman. He was a terrible Bruce Wayne. He played Bruce Wayne like Mr. Mom. Terrible. And I love Michael Keaton, don't get me wrong. I think Michael Keaton's a great actor. Watch Birdman, by the way, if you haven't seen it, as I just asked all over my phone. Yeah, let me get rid of that so you can see my pretty face. Yeah. Anyway, I love Michael Keaton. I don't have a bad thing to say about Michael Keaton. But, great Batman, lousy Bruce Wayne. Adam West, the predecessor to them all. Just goofy and campy. And I know that is what it is. And for those of you who grew up on that, my dad loved Adam West, by the way. Rest in peace, Dad. That is what it is. That's not Batman, okay? That's Batman on acid, basically. So, I really don't count Batman the movie, but I figured some nerd boy out there would, give me shit if I didn't include it. Especially Kevin if he happens to be watching, which I highly doubt. But that's okay. So again, I love Michael Keaton as Batman. Sorry, you're a lousy Bruce Wayne, Mike. And by the way, again, if you didn't see Birdman, give that a watch. And he should have got the Academy Award for Birdman. Moving on, we get to Michael Keaton's replacement. May he rest in peace. Val Kilmer. Could you have dyed your hair, Val? Did we really need a blonde Batman? To be honest with you, that's really my only knock on Val Kilmer as Batman. Dye your fucking hair. Yeah. But of course, that shit show was directed by none other than Joel Schumacher, who I will bash on again when I get to the next Batman actor. Batman Forever isn't even a Batman movie, it's a Jim Carrey movie. And I don't like Jim Carrey. Yeah. And you ruined Two-Face, who's one of my favorite Batman villains. Tommy Lee Jones could have been a fantastic Two-Face if it wasn't for the lousy script. Alright, so let's throw that under the bus. Done. So we get George Clooney. let me tell you something. If that would have been a good script, George Clooney would have been a phenomenal Batman. But because Joel Schumacher is a moron, actually it's not all his fault. Warner Brothers told him to do it. And you turn Batman and Robin into a 2-hour toy commercial. Let me tell you something. If that would have been a straight Batman movie, I am willing to bet there would be a ton of people out there, possibly myself included, who would say Clooney was their favorite Batman. Totally missed opportunity. And George, if you happen to watch this, you did not ruin the Batman franchise. Warner Brothers did. Okay, so now we got to flash forward to a long layoff. I forget how many years it was, so I'm not going to say a number, but it was a long damn time, right? So Christian Bale gets cast as Batman, the guy from American Psycho. When I first heard that, I was mad as hell. Because now that I've grown to love American Psycho, since I've seen it a gazillion times, gotta get my good side. I was mad. Because you get to the end of the movie, you don't know what happened. I hate movies like that. It pisses me off. So anyway, I was kind of mad when Christian Bale got casted. And then I said, well, if he's going to be Batman, let me watch some of his other stuff. I haven't really seen anything of his at the time. So I watched a few other movies, one of which was The Machinist. If you haven't seen that movie, that's another movie you got to watch. Great flick. Real mind fuck. No, I didn't watch Newsies, so don't ask. And I didn't watch Empire by the Sun either. But I watched a lot of other stuff. And I can't lie, he was starting to grow on me. And at the time, I also think, at least once a week, I would watch American Psycho. Again. Because I had picked it up on DVD. And the more I watched American Psycho, the more I really started to like it. But I'm also a sick fuck. So when Batman Begins came out, I'm not going to say the people I saw it with. I still like one of them. But, unfortunately, my father wasn't around when Batman Begins came out. He had passed away already. Batman Begins just might be the best Batman movie. I know a lot of people are going to say The Dark Knight, and I love The Dark Knight as well. But Batman Begins may be the best Batman film we have gotten. And Christian Bale, in my opinion, until I get to the next guy, actually not the next guy, because I left one out. I just realized that. Okay, bear with me. Christian Bale juggled both parts better than anybody. He was a great Bruce Wayne and a very good Batman. And you can't say that about any other actor when it comes to both parts. Because let's face it, when you're playing Batman, you're playing two parts. No one did a better job juggling both parts than Christian Bale. So here's the guy I forgot. Batfleck. I wonder why I forgot Ben Affleck. Maybe because he's very forgettable. Listen, all you Snyder fans, all you Batfleck fans, look, Zack tried, he failed, okay? Man of Steel was a terrible movie. Justice League, Batman vs. Superman, terrible movie. The only good thing about it is Gal Gadot coming out as Wonder Woman. Justice League is a horrible, horrible shit show. And it's the only thing that ran longer than the turd that came out of my ass last night, if you watched that video. And if you haven't, go back, because I think it's the one before this one. And I like Zack Snyder, don't get me wrong. I love Sucker Punch, by the way. If you haven't seen Sucker Punch, watch that too. Another great flick. But Affleck was terrible. He was a very good Bruce Wayne, don't get me wrong. Horrible Batman. Horrible Batman. You got Batman killing, you got Batman branding, you got Batman being the butt of humor. Batman's your comic relief, are you kidding me? Terrible. And I like Affleck, don't get me wrong. Especially in the Kevin Smith movies. How you doing, Kevin Smith? So that shuts the door on Batfleck. Now we get to Mr. Pattinson. For those of you that hate on the Batman, you are a moron. And you can eat my ass. The Batman is a fantastic Batman film. And don't give me this, oh, he's emo Batman and this, that, and the other thing. No, you want an emo superhero, watch Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3. Okay? That's an emo superhero. Robert Pattinson, so far, is my number 2. Right behind Christian Bale. And depending upon if Matt Reeves ever gets to make another one of these freaking movies, maybe over time Pattinson will become my number 1. He's got a long way to go, but it's possible. It's going to take a lot to knock Christian off the top of my pedestal. So now that I've said what I've said, I'm going to give the list of my Batmen in order. And one who, actually technically he did have a movie, Mask of the Phantasm. Kevin Conroy is actually my second Batman. May he rest in peace. So for me, Christian Bale is number 1. Kevin Conroy is number 2. Robert Pattinson is number 3. Michael Keaton is number 4. Believe it or not, George Clooney is number 5. Val Kilmer is number 6. And this one's just for you, Kevin. Adam West comes in at my lucky number 7. So that's my first Comic-Con, pre-Comic-Con rant. Enjoy it. Yell at me as much as you want, or support me as much as you want when I do my dump videos. I love you guys for that. I'm going to puff on this for a little while and try to think of something else to bitch about. I'll be back in a few.